Hi girls, it's Miss Madison. So today I have a fun activity where we're actually going to be making a homemade frisbee so that we can get outside and get a little active while the weather's nice without having to play a sport or set up a net or anything like that. So to do this activity today, all you're going to need is a pair of scissors, 2 paper plates, and some package tape, which is like that thicker clear tape that comes in like a roll. This is the kind of container that packaging tape comes in, if you didn't know. Okay, so first things first, you're going to take your scissors and you're going to stack your paper plates just like this so that they are both like facing the same side. So just stack them like that. And you can use these styrofoam paper plates, or you can actually use regular like paper plates, but I'm using styrofoam. So we're going to cut a hole in the center, and once I cut that, I'll show you about how big it needs to be. Okay, so I have it cut out, and you are going to have to kind of cut a little slit in it to get to the center. That's okay though, because we're going to be covering it with tape, but it should be about that big. You don't want to cut all the way to the edge, but you do want to kind of almost get there, and it's okay if it's a little rough around the edges. And then you're going to stack them like this, and you're actually going to wrap the whole thing in tape. I'm not going to be able to record this part because I'm going to need both hands to do it, but I will show you every so often kind of how it looks and how I'm going through and doing it. So just to show you how I'm going about doing it, my first layer of tape is actually going to be around the edge so that my paper plates stick together. So I'm just going to keep going all the way around like that, and then I'll show you when that's done. Okay, so I've taped everything around the edge except for the end where it's cut like this, because before I can close that off, I'm going to have to tape this and then tape this back part too. So I'll do that and show you what that looks like, and then I'm going to finish taping it shut. Okay, so this is what the inside looks like. I just kind of taped it and folded it down, and now I'm going to tape that little last bit so that it's actually stuck together all the way through. But you just need to make sure that you tape that crack shut or it won't fly right. Okay, and then I'm going to go around, and I'm actually going to tape the same way that I taped here where I tucked it into the center, but I'm going to try to do that all the way around because I want mine to have this kind of pattern on it. Just make sure you don't cover the hole. The hole needs to stay there because it's important for the frisbee to be able to fly properly. All right, so I've kind of gone around and finished my frisbee, and we are going to go outside and toss it and see how well it flies. So before we do anything like that, it's important to kind of ask ourselves the question of what we think is going to happen. And I think it's going to fly pretty well. I've thrown it a couple times in my room and it's done okay. I'm not sure how it's going to do in the wind. But playing frisbee is a really good way to work out your arm muscles, and have a good time without necessarily needing an entire team to play with you. It is about to rain, so that's the end of our little frisbee activity. I hope that you girls did it with me, and I hope you had fun doing it. Let me know how your frisbee flew, and I hope that you keep up like actually throwing your frisbee around outside, because it is a really good way to keep active, and that's really important even if you don't get to play a sport this summer or if you don't usually play a sport. Just tossing a frisbee back and forth, going to get it works out your legs, and throwing it works out your arms, so it's a really good way to have fun and kind of take care of yourself.